Hey there, and welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Target's Attitude. That's my professor of knives and all things sharp. So I'm back, grab your pens and paper, class about to begin. Today we're talking about R2D2. No, not the robot, the knife. Ontario Rat 2 in D2 steel.
No. Or do not. There is no try.
Yes, the Rat 2. Classic knife, made for ages. Very common one as a EDC knife. And then in 2018, my mistake, Ontario started making it in D2, and it quickly became known as the R2D2, which, I don't know, I'm a sci-fi nut myself, so every time I hear it, I think of the whistling robot from Star Wars, but that's not what they're talking about. Very sweet knife. As I say, it's classic by now. Before we get too deep into this, though, we do need to get the syllabus work taken care of, don't we? So, let's get that taken care of real quick. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Here on Fridays, we do mainly knife reviews. Occasionally, I'll review a piece of camping equipment or survival gear. Cooking equipment, compasses, flashlights, that sort of thing. But mainly we do knives. Then on Mondays, I do knife basics, which you really need to know. This series is aimed more at the person who's new to the world of knives and needs to know what we're talking about when we start hauling out all these fancy terms. What is D2? What is G10? What is micarta? What do I mean by flat grind? All that sort of thing. There is some information that those who have been around for a while might find interesting. And I've had a couple people comment on them, giving me some information I didn't know. So, yeah, it's a two-way street. For those of you who have been with us for a while, welcome back. Glad to see you back. Just got a question for you. And yes, you do know what it is. Have you subscribed yet? Why do I keep getting crickets? Okay, I'm not going to belabor the point, but it is a win-win situation. I mean, let's be honest. If you get subscribed, then you'll get notified every time I put up a neat new video. And the more subscribers I have, the easier it is for me to get the stuff to make these neat new videos. So why don't we help each other out? But that's about it for that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Instead, we're going to get back to the knife. This particular one is made with Desert Tan G10 handles. And it's got a bright blade. Very sweet. It's got what's called a flat grind or scanty grind because it goes all the way back to the spine. Of course, it's got their symbol right there on the blade. It's available in a variety of different colored handles and different finishes on the blade. I've seen it in stonewash. I've seen it in black powder coated. I've seen it in black wash. A bunch of different ones. One nice thing is that the pocket clip can be flipped from not only tip up carry, but to tip down and right or left. Excuse me. Sorry, spring allergies is really getting to me already. So, yeah, very nice little feature. You don't see that very often, unfortunately. It deploys beautifully. It is not a flipper. You have to use the thumb studs, but right out, no problem whatsoever. The blade itself is 3-inch blade. As I mentioned, this one is D2. It is 4 inches closed. Nice little fidget factor. It deploys very nicely. It's got some nice jimping there on the back. And it's got thumb studs on either side, so you can open it left-handed as easily as right-handed. Not bad centering. Not perfect, but not bad. On the other hand, this is also easily available for under $50, so I'm not going to complain about little details like this. It's also made in Taiwan, which, yeah, was a time when Chinese knives were crappy and you went to Taiwan or Japan for better quality knives. Not necessarily true anymore, but it still has that connotation. So let's see. Let's put it through its paces and find out just why it's such a classic knife. Start with some scratch paper, which I know I've got here somewhere. Oh, come on. No, I don't want to use that. That's... There it is. There, that's better. Sorry about that. Now let's see how it does. Very sweet. Very, very nice. Let's see here, cardboard. This piece is starting to get whittled on a wee bit, but it'll still do the trick. Through fairly nicely. Yeah, that worked. Let's see how it does this way. Yeah, that'll fit any box you need to open. That's for sure. Let's see here. Cardboard hang packaging test. As always, a gold key bottle. Best test I know of. I know a lot of people will use Pepsi bottles or Coke bottles, but this is a heavier plastic. So if it'll open this, it'll do a number on any hang package I've ever seen. Man, went in without even a bit of hesitation. Very sweet. Let's see here. Strapping, like what you'd use on a seatbelt. Let's see how it does on this. Most of the way through with just a slight, yeah, that does very nice. Paracord. We got some paracord here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we'll start by just cutting off a quick piece. Right through, quick and easy, beautifully. By the way, I should mention that I'm doing this review as a result of a request from Birdman649. And so yeah, if you have a knife you'd like to see me review, just let me know like he did and like several other people do, and I'll get it reviewed. As far as the paracord though, not that kind of launch, but then again, that's such a small piece. Let's try that again, shall we? Nope, too small. Can't try that, but it cut to the bigger pieces without any problem at all. Let's see here. So we got those. Let's go for the leather neck, shall we? Let's see how it works on cutting leather. Yeah. Do quite nicely on that. Beautiful. Zip ties. Let's see here. Don't have to tell you about zip ties. They're so well used, but they're tricky to cut unless you've got a pair of diagonal cutters. Let's see how the knife does. Man, that was sweet. No, not quite, but passing a half almost. I mean, that did gorgeous. So we've got zip ties, we've got wood. Let's see. Piece of wood from my wood shop. Let's see how it does. Yeah. Feathering it up beautifully. Let's get the glove out and see how it does on batoning. Let's see here. Yeah, if I wasn't wearing a glove, I'd be cutting up my hand because the blade's just a wee bit on the short side. Digging in nicely. Not batoning through quite as nicely as I thought it would, but it's digging in. So that's a go. Let's see here. Next thing. Yeah. Wiring harness. How does it do on a wiring harness? And yeah, launched one half of it, but cut the other half. Let's see here. Clean the pieces apart nicely. Yeah, strips the wires beautifully. So, not bad that way. Not seeing any damage to it. And something else Birdman 649 suggested is we see how well it does on a striker. So, old cast iron skill I picked up, I'm going to restore it because you can't pass up cast iron. It's just too sweet. So we'll start, and we'll just get some wood shavings in the pan. Was going everywhere except in the pan, but that's okay. I don't want to use that side. It's been painted. Yeah, watching me do wood chips is kind of boring. In the future, I'll try to have them done before we start the show, so to speak. And that's not a lot. I mean, but it'll work. So let's prop it up a little bit so that hopefully you can see what's going on. Not great, but it'll work. And we're just going to cheat here a little bit. Got a little bit of finishing wax that Randy sent me. From what I understand, it's a mixture of beeswax, coconut oil, lemon oil, maybe one or two other things. Just good all-around natural wax. You can use it as lip balm, he says. I know he uses it on his knives to help protect from rusting. Would probably be really good at conditioning cutting boards and that sort of thing, because its composition is very similar to the compound I make for finishing my cutting boards and my charcuterie boards. So we're just getting a nice coating on these paper towels. Put them underneath the, there we go. And let's see here. Here's my ferro rod. And let's see how well this does at striking sparks. Of course, I'm going to use the back of the blade, because that's just asking for trouble to use the front of the blade, even though I know some people do it. Yeah, I'm getting some nice sparks. It's not catching. Let's try again. Yeah. And a little discoloration on the back from the heat of the sparks. But yeah. That, on the other hand, wipes right off. No problem. So, even though I failed to start a fire this time, mainly because I didn't have enough tinder there and wasn't getting a good downward strike against it, it would work. But did it take any damage? Let's get out that piece of paper and find out, shall we? Now I've done everything except open up a can with this, and it's still going strong. So there you have it. The Ontario R2D2 in D2 tooled steel. Made in Taiwan. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Not the biggest knife out there, but big enough to do what you need. Easy enough to carry without problems. Oh no. I can see why so many people love this as an EDC. It would definitely work as a backup survival knife as well. So, but in the meantime, I've got a gun show this weekend, so I need to get going and get on my way to set up for that. I'll wish you luck. You enjoy. If you're anywhere in the area of South Carolina, upstate South Carolina, I hope you show up at the show. If not, well, we'll see you next week. In the meantime, I'll leave you with a couple videos over here I think you'll enjoy. And as always, just hit that target right there to subscribe. You take care now, and I'll see you later. Bye.